They killed him where the wounded cling to life, outside a Shifa hospital in Gaza City. The Israeli army assassinated Al Jazeera correspondent Anas al-Sharif, correspondent Mohammed Qriqa, photographers Ibrahim Zahir, Mohammed Noufal, and Mohammed al-Khalidi. 6 in total, in one strike, in one night. This was not crossfire, it was not chaos, it was precision. The deliberate erasure of journalists who would not stop telling the truth. And in killing these 6, Israel annihilated Al Jazeera's entire Gaza City crew, every last one of them. Anas was a young Palestinian from Jabalia, northern Gaza, covering the war as it entered its 23rd month. His only crime? Refusing to look away, refusing to stop documenting genocide, the boundless killing, the destruction of every thread of life. He was born in 1996. He was 4 when the second Intifada began, 11 when Israel blockaded Gaza, 12 during Operation Cast Lead, 18 in the 2014 assault, 29 when Israel finally killed him. For 22 months he entered millions of homes across the Arab world, more than a reporter, a trusted witness. We knew his grief as we knew his voice, the killing of his father by Israeli fire after Israeli soldiers poured him, warning that he would be punished if he did not stop his coverage. His separation from his mother, his beautiful daughter Sham, his baby son Salah, born in the genocide, his wife Bayan, and still he worked, through bombardment, through starvation, never bending, never silenced. We remember the day he broke down live on air, voice trembling, tears streaming as he watched a woman collapse from hunger in the street, and a passerby called out, "Carry on, Anas, you are our voice." We remember the day in January when he removed his press vest live on camera to announce the ceasefire, a symbolic act of relief after weeks of relentless killing. We remember the day he was lifted high on the shoulders of grateful Gazans, honored for his courage and endurance. He stepped into the role left by colleagues already murdered, like Ismail al-Ghul, like Wa'il al-Dahdouh, who kept reporting after his wife, children and grandson were massacred. Wa'il had been wounded and forced to leave Gaza for medical treatment after his cameraman was killed in the same attack meant to kill them both. Anas saw friends and colleagues shot dead before his eyes. He carried their coffins, then returned to work with the dust of burial still on his hands. For this, Israel's Shabak targeted him. Ali Hai Adrai, Israel's most venomous mouthpiece, named him over and over, issuing threat after threat. The Committee to Protect Journalists warned back in July, these latest unfounded accusations represent an effort to manufacture consent to kill al-Sharif. If Israel wanted to kill him, they could have. His location was never hidden. He had no weapon. He often worked within sight of Israeli checkpoints. They didn't come to arrest him. They came to kill. It was also preparation. Netanyahu's final operation, the last phase of genocide and ethnic cleansing, will be easier if no journalist is left to bear witness. Anas and his colleagues were too dangerous to their propaganda. This has been Israel's method from the start: ban all foreign reporters from entering Gaza and kill local Palestinian journalists and photographers one by one. 238 killed so far, the deadliest conflict ever recorded for media workers. Within hours, the Israeli army boasted of Anas's killing, called him a terrorist, produced evidence too convenient to verify, the oldest trick in the state assassin's book: kill the journalist, then assassinate his name. So we're expected to believe that a man who spent 680 days reporting live for an international news network was secretly commanding a militant cell between filming bombed hospitals and burying children. And shamefully, some in the mainstream press repeated this lie, just as they echoed Netanyahu's claim that there is no starvation in Gaza. Anas knew this might be his fate. 6 months ago, he wrote, "If these words have reached you, it means Israel has succeeded in killing me and silencing my voice. I urge you never to be silenced by chains or borders. I entrust you with Palestine, the heartbeat of every free person in the world. I entrust you with its people, its innocent children whose pure bodies were crushed under thousands of tons of Israeli bombs and missiles." Israel's goal was not only to hide the truth of its massacres, it was to break the spirit of Gaza, knowing the deep attachment its people had to him. They will fail. There's a video of Anas with little Sham. He smiles and asks, "Trump wants us to leave Gaza. Do you want to leave? To Qatar, to Jordan, to Egypt, to Turkey?" She shakes her head at each name. "Why?" he asks. "Because I love Gaza," she says. He pulls her into his arms, a father holding a truth both of them carried in their hearts. Palestinians carried Anas on their shoulders just as they once carried Shireen Abu Akleh, while Israeli soldiers tried to strike her coffin to the ground. And in that act, they pledged there would rise thousands more Anases and Shireens, guardians of the truth no bullet can kill. His killing is not an ending. It is the erasure of a witness before the curtain rises on what comes next. Massacres, planned in plain view, greenlit by foreign allies. Anas's blood is not Israel's burden alone. It stains the hands of every government that looked away, every newsroom that echoed the murderous script, every leader who armed the hand that took aim at his heart. This was not just the killing of a young man. It was the silencing of a voice the world needed, and it was made possible by a chorus of blind eyes, by a world that let Israel slaughter journalist after journalist and walk away untouched.